In this episode of Bikers, Byways, and Highways, myself and Michael and Patty are on our fourth day of our 18-day trip. We'll leave Farmington, New Mexico, riding through the high desert, visit the newly renovated Four Corners National Monument, ride some scenic highways through Ute and Navaho Indian reservations, visit Goosenecks State Park, ride through Monument Valley, eat some Navajo Tacos for lunch, ride across the Glen Canyon Dam at Lake Powel, ride more scenic highways in Arizona and Utah, ending the day in St. George, Utah after riding 453 miles in the 95 to 107 degree heat. Farmington, New Mexico, heading out to Zion. Been a little cool this morning, 56, supposed to be 95 for a high. That's Miss Patty's "Can You See Me Now" shirt. Gonna wear it in the desert, hopefully they're gonna see us. Yay!
This is my impression of Vanna White.
Just west of town, there is quite a bit of scrap recycling activity. Soon we were in the Navaho Indian Reservation and crossing the San Juan River. Here you can see Ship Rock. It rises 7,100 feet above the desert. Sometimes you just kind of wonder what your shadow looks like going down the road. Soon we crossed into Arizona. Up ahead is the Four Corners National Monument. It's getting warm, so we take off a couple layers of clothes. When I came here as a kid, the vendors used these structures to sell their goods. In 2010, the area was closed for a year to build this new facility. We walked around and checked out some of the Indian jewelry and items for sale. Like everyone else who visits, we decided to try out being in 4 states at once. All right, we're here in Four Corners. I'm standing in Utah, Arizona, hands in New Mexico, Colorado.
Hi, Dan.
At Four Corners,
Arizona, I'm in Utah.
we checked out the rest of the Indian items for sale, and then we were on our way again. Just left Four Corners and go hit 160 up to 163 and down over the page. It's a good day to ride. We are now traveling into the Ute Mountain Indian reservations. turned west onto Highway 41. Soon we crossed into Utah and the Navajo Indian Reservation. It was getting hot, so we stopped at Twin Rocks to take a break and have something to drink. Now it was back onto Highway 162 West. We decided to stop and check out Goosenecks State Park.
What are you doing, Miss Patty?
Having a drink of water. At Goosenecks State Park.
Goosenecks State Park is located in the Valley of the Gods. These windy canyons were created by the Rio Grande River, which runs into the Colorado River at Lake Powel in Utah.
It's got to be Mexican hat out there in the distance.
Since it's starting to get pretty hot, we decided to have one more ice-cold drink before heading out. not sure if that's which monument, but we're at the Valley of the Gods. Michael's pointing the camera towards the east, and it's not too bad. It's only in the high 70s, maybe low 80s, and we're on our way to lunch. Just as we were finishing up pictures, a group of fellow riders passed by. We are back on the road, going southwest on Highway 163. We've ridden back into Arizona again. We stopped at this local restaurant in Kayenta, Arizona for lunch. There's Michael's food.
And Miss Patty's hamburger in a Mexican place.
And cheeseburger, that's right. My tacos. All right, my plate is clean. I like my tacos. With happy stomachs, we took Highway 160, then Highway 98 towards Page, Arizona. We had planned to stop here and tour the Antelope Canyons, but after finding out that we had an hour-and-a-half wait for the 1-hour tour, we decided to see this site another time. We are now in Page, Arizona, and up ahead is the Glen Canyon Dam and Lake Powel. Lake Powell was created in 1972 upon the completion of this dam. The reservoir is huge. It stretches north from here 186 miles and is open year-round. We are back in Utah again on Highway 89, riding through the Grand Staircase-Escalante National Monument. There's some traffic you can pass safely, and then there are others you can't. So you just slow down and enjoy the views. We had road construction on and off on Highway 89, starting 10 miles east of Kanab, Utah. We headed south into Arizona on Highway 389 through the Kaibab Indian Reservation. We entered Utah again, just south of Zion National Park. We finally made it to St. George, Utah, where it was a blistering 107 degrees. We checked into the hotel and parked the bikes right next to our room. We then had a steak dinner, then I went to the jacuzzi while I did my laundry.